Hello and welcome to a Smurpy video, and today I'm looking at War of Kings Aftermath, Realm of Kings, Omnibus, and on the front cover we have Thanos because this Omnibus has a big chunk with Thanos in it. There is a side, looks very nice, and I'll compare that with the others. I'm trying to figure that dude is, I can't remember off the top of my head. Now, why did I buy this? Most of you will know that I'm a hardcore X-Men fan, and I usually buy stuff related to X-Men. Well, one, I brought this because I felt the need to complete, I guess, the trilogy of the omnibuses. It doesn't seem right to have the prelude, the main event, and not the aftermath. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is I actually enjoyed the Thanos Imperative series, which is in here. It just made sense just to get it, really, because I will read it and I'll probably like it. And there's stuff in here that I read and think, yeah, why did I bother? So this collects Realm of Kings 1, Realm of Kings Inhumans 1 to 5, Realm of Kings Imperial Guards 1 to 5, Realm of Kings Son of Hulk 1 to 4, Nova 29 to 36, Guardians of the Galaxy 20 to 25, the Thanos Imperative 1 to 6, Ignition and Devastation, Annihilators 1 to 4, Annihilators Earth Full 1 to 4, Thanos Sourcebook, and material from I Am an Avenger 3. So it's got quite a big content, and if I remember rightly, there's a break or a tear due to the events in War of the Kings, and these kind of weird looking guys that on our side we know, but they're dark and whatever in that universe. I guess, yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So I got this off eBay for a very good price. I didn't spend a ridiculous amount, mainly because I'm not a big fan of this. If I was a big fan, I wouldn't mind what I spend, but I'm not, so I wanted to be careful and not spend a lot of money on it. Nice little cover underneath the dust cover. A little bit of Gladiator in there. Now, one of my gripes on this book is probably the fact. So I'm going on, before I go on the tangents, this is all the talented team that created all these issues, books, series. So one of the things that I didn't like about this book is it doesn't really finish the X-Men story. So if you think about War of Kings Prelude, it had the whole bit about Gabriel and pretty much the Deadly Genesis, which is a warm-up. Now, War of Kings, the event itself, there was the rise and fall of the Shi'ar Empire, King Vulcan, King Break, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. There was an awful lot of X-Men contact. Now, in this, there is nothing, even though it's called the Aftermath. There is still 5 miles to the south, which was in X-Men's Legacy, which sees Havoc, Polaris, Marvel Girl return to Earth. Now, it may only be 6 issues, but I felt like if this is the Aftermath, why wouldn't it finish their journey as well? So that bit was a little bit annoying from my perspective. It's not a big deal because they've moved on, but I just felt, why wouldn't you add that in there? Their story was a big part of that main event. Big part of the build up to that main event. There was a lot. And just to dismiss it, it's a bit irritating as an X-Men fan. Don't get me wrong, I like the Gladiator in here. You've got the Starjammers in here as well for a bit. So there is a little bit there, but other than that, it's characters that a lot of time I don't actually care about, or I'm probably not interested in. But I do like the Thanos Imperative. The Realm of Kings, how they're all trying to settle down after the main event. It wasn't as good as the main event, you know, but it was okay. I've read it before, and I'll read it again. now that I've got all 3 omnibuses. So other than that, I've got a little damage spot on there. For me with this book, some omnibuses I won't take any damage. I won't take the hit. I will be adamant that I want that perfect book. Like Apocalypse versus the 12, the first book that I got from Amazon was damaged, and you could probably say it was only slightly damaged, but to me, when I spent that much money on an omnibus, I want to get my money's worth, so to speak. So this one, just that little bit damaged, isn't a big deal. I'm going to quickly scan through these and try not to talk a lot of crap, just so you can see some of the artwork, really. Because obviously there's lots of different artists in this series. So really, you got 2 events in here. And you've got all the companion stuff, the stuff that goes around it. So from that perspective, it's really good. With the Thanos Imperative, the Guardians of the Galaxy, they have to bring him back because the threat is so big that they can't do it on their own. Now, from what I understand, if you go back and read Annihilation, I'm actually reading on Marvel Unlimited. They've just re-released the Omnibus. You get that. That's always a good thing. I believe that Conquest, I can't remember, I think there's something else in between, is all part of this bigger picture that started back then. I'm not sure how, to be fair, whether it's just as part of the book. War of Kings just felt like it just was that part that built up to it, really. But if there's other parts that did it, I mean, you guys who read this stuff all the time can tell me, Paul, you don't understand what you're talking about, so you know what, this is what happened, or this is why you should read this, because all this stuff does impact on this final, on the grand scheme of story as well. And I think after this, I think I need to read Infinity as well, which has a big part to play with the Inhumans releasing their mists into the Earth atmosphere, which has a big impact on X-Men with the Terrigenesis as well. You get the backstory, which I'm not going to look at because I am so excited to finally get the Infinity Gauntlet this year, that omnibus, and the Crusade as well when that comes out, so I don't want to look at any of that stuff. But there's bios in here for the characters as well, and then some different covers here. There's a bit of a usual manual to the, maybe I should just read that, to the Cosmic Guy. So Annihilator's Earthfall. Oh, that's a very cool picture. So in terms of Realm of the Kings, so Queen Lilandra is dead, Black Bolt's dead, so who leads? So is the question for that. How do they settle back down after that massive war, that big war that was just freaking epic, and I love that war. And underneath the dust cover, you get the synthesis. Can they survive the fault? I always thought it was the Vault. Maybe it's the Vault. Once again, Memento and rubbish, and it gives you a whole synthesis. And then on this side, it talks about the talented team, the creators, etc., etc., etc. And here are the 3 omnibuses together, and they look really, really nice. I'm so happy to finally have them all, and to think that I was just going to set up for the main event. I probably would have wanted this, just because of the content from Deadly Genesis, and because I couldn't be bothered just to buy it individually. And once you get this, you can't just not complete the trilogy, to be fair. It's just not going to happen. It just doesn't make any sense. So the main event, which is War of the Kings, is obviously the biggest looking at it. But they look absolutely fine. I think it would have been better if this was like this. But I'm not sure if they started this thinking, we're not going to do these perhaps. And then they changed their mind halfway through. So I think that would have been better if this was all black. I feel like that would have been better, I guess. But what can I say? I can't really gripe about that. It's not a big deal. You know, it's just a color. It just would have looked cool. Plus, I think they wanted to show the whole around the side battle going on the dust cover. So, just to finish it off, this is a nice omnibus. If you're into the cosmic stuff, it's definitely one that you probably should get, especially if you like Thanos as well. It has a big story with Thanos in it as well. It has the Inhumans, it has the Shia. It's quite a cool book. But it's even better if you can get the trilogy. Now, to be fair, these are, I'm not sure if they're out of print yet, but they do go for not a ridiculous price on Amazon. So, not Amazon, Evil Bay as I call it. You can get them on there, which is where I got this. I got this for a decent price, and obviously I ordered this back in the day on Amazon. So definitely worth grabbing if you just want to read something cosmic and something different. You can do no harm by getting this as well. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook. My page is SmurredP. Follow me on Twitter at SmurredP. No idea what I'm doing, but I'm there. And as always, embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.